3, 2, 1. Mute disengaged.
Sie hebt ihre Hand von der Tastatur. Im Raum herrscht Totenstille.
No wind outside, no waves, no floorboards creaking. Total, continuous silence. This is unnatural. The woman looks around. In the silence, you see dust move on the floorboards. The driver of the speaker vibrates in the air and then stops. Plasterwork begins to crumble down the walls. In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly, it builds until the air around you starts to vibrate.
Holy shit.
It's out there now, in the world, made manifest. It will devour everything.
Nee, jetzt mach mal keinen Scheiß hier.
The floorboards, the glass, the streets and people. Nothing will remain.
Macht mich nicht wahnsinnig.
Guys, what's going on?
In seiner Stimme schwingt Beängstigung mit. Er weicht zurück. Seine Augen irren im Raum umher. Ein leichtes Klirren wie Geschirr in einem Schrank erfüllt die Luft und schließt sich dem Chor an.
It's getting louder.
Sagt Noid, dessen Blick auf den sonderbaren Kreis aus Wasserbehältern geheftet ist.
In the basins, the water looks like it's boiling.
Was zur Hölle?
Hosiana! Mother of Mega!
Hörst du Eierkopf schreien, gefolgt von etwas, das du nicht verstehst, weil seine Stimme schwächer wird.
In his mind, a tidal wave approaching from afar, swallowing entire coastlines on its way. Salvation. He's peaking, the worst high he's ever been on.
Hey, was ist das für ein komisches Klirrgeräusch?
The beauty and the beat! The future of dance! Planetary!
No, Egg! It's the window!
Oh mein Gott. Die Glasscherben rund um Dolores Days Herz scheinen durch den Klang zu vibrieren. Es wirkt beinahe, als ob sie am Leben wäre.
In the corner of your eye, the lieutenant steps aside, cautiously, his eyes searching for a possible evacuation route.
The window is going to come down! No, the roof!
Oh mein Gott. Ach du Scheiße. Sie sieht nach oben. Ein Kreischen erfüllt die Luft. Der qualvolle Schrei von Holz und Nägeln. Um dich herum krümmen sich die Säulen der Kirche und knarren laut.
Cracks appear on the stained glass window.
Alter.
Cracks run up the wooden pillars in the dark.
Oh, ach du Scheiße.
Come down to us! Love!
Was passiert hier?
Below it, all the bass grows, like the jaws of a giant compressor gnawing on metal and wood. It does not sound benevolent at all.
Dann macht es doch aus.
A great pulse arises in your flesh.
That's it. I'm muting it.
Ja, wir sollten aufhören. Sooner schalten sie stumm.
Shit! It doesn't stop.
Was?
Appeal? Have you? Yes, I've turned it off.
Schreit sie mit dem Kontaktmikro in der Hand.
Andre, pull the compressor. The place is gonna come down.
Fuck! I can't shut it up!
Was ist
The
los?
signal's passed! It's not in here! It's...
Was?
This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. Glass shatters somewhere near the door. It's coming down.
Alter, was ist los? Eierkopf, kannst du machen, dass es aufhört?
And then it stops. Totally and utterly. As if there never was a sound. Only your ears still ring from the shock. Everybody is staring at Egghead, holding a dangling cable in his hand. A black 3-pin connector.
Egg.
I pulled the plug! It was getting too hardcore. You did good, Egg. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell. Programmer lady, tell me you were recording that.
4 years. 22 people. Millions of reals. All that time This is what we were up against. Just erased it. Suliswov isn't gonna believe this.
Yeah, but did you record it though? It was dope. I think we can use it.
Yes, Andre. I recorded it. Damn, I need to send some letters now.
Es ging so ab.
Thank you all for doing this. Eggman, you too. And you, officer. I don't know what we've discovered, but I know what it sounds like now. That's a start.
Kim, haben Sie das auch gehört?
It was very hard not to. I think you're right. There is something going on here. And you need to be very careful with it.
Krass.
I promise, officer. We will not play it again.
Was war denn das? So etwas habe ich noch nie zuvor gehört.
It was mathematical information from the anomaly, presented as a waveform. That's what it was technically. Theoretically,
Sie schüttelt den Kopf.
I have no idea. I've never even heard of anything like this.
A voice seems muffled in the silent church. It's your ears adjusting after the exposure.
Uff. Werden Sie Solislav schreiben?
Yes, our lead designer. And maybe some of the producers too. And some of the writers. If they're sober enough to open a transmission. They need to hear.
That it wasn't her fault. Or theirs.
They need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't send the recording. Although I doubt they have the speakers to produce the frequency anyway.
Was machen Sie jetzt? Werden Sie...
Stay here. I'm going to stay here with these lunatics. Send letters, maybe meet Suliswov. Also devise further measurements.
Okay.
I want you to know that's totally chill with us.
I don't care, but thank you anyway.
Na,
That's the best she can manage for Andre. It's quite a lot in truth. For her, at least.
Now, I have a theory to come up with. Some kind of preliminary explanation to all this. Or the letter will sound like I've lost my mind.
Yes, and we have to get back to stabilizing Martinez. Instead of demolishing it with loud bass noise of unknown origins.
Some tiny hard thing lets go in your stomach. You're still alive. You have an explanation for all this. Somewhere deep in you. You just don't have the pieces yet.
shit. Grau unbekannt. Okay, dafür brauchen wir das Wissen von Joyce. Shit. Ich glaube, anders kommen wir da sonst nicht weiter. So, Ihr Projekt ist abgeschlossen. Können Sie mir jetzt helfen, Kontakt mit dem Koalitionskriegsschiff Archer aufzunehmen?
You're asking me to circuit bend onto coalition radio frequencies. You want to know, is it possible? Probably. But is it a good idea? I'm not so sure. The main difficulty will be finding an antenna powerful enough to reach those frequencies. Unfortunately, you can't exactly buy mega long wave antennas off the shelf.
She's not joking. Even the RCM has to receive special approval from the coalition to access that kind of equipment.
Der Funkturm in Land's End, könnte der funktionieren?
I highly doubt it. That tower is barely able to transmit shortwave signals across the bay. To generate megalow frequencies, we're going to need a much larger antenna. I don't see any alternative. We're just going to have to build the antenna ourselves.
Moment, wir können uns einfach so eine Antenne bauen?
Yes, from a technical view, it's not even difficult. The difficult part will be finding the right location. We need metal, a lot of it. The taller the structure, the better. Something that is both prominent and easily accessible. If it's near a power source, even better.
Oh nein. Was ist die Straßenlaterne aus dem Pornshop? Was kostet die nochmal? 700? Oh, scheiße. Oder geht es jetzt nur darum, eine Stelle zu finden? Konzeptbildung, ja, natürlich. Ja, wir müssen uns echt mal bald an die Konzeptbildung rangeben. Seht euch die Liste an. Wir sind gut dabei. Ah, jetzt ist bestimmt Neut okay mit uns. Liste sieht gut aus. Gut, ich glaube, das können wir vergessen, solange das Grau unbekannt ist. -10 ist ziemlich heavy. Konzeptbildung, ja, können mal schauen. Mal wegen der Klamotten. Und die Probe zumindest einmal ausprobieren. Haben wir irgendwas? Oh, die Jacke haben wir. Und irgendwas anderes haben wir noch an. Das Hemd, alles klar.
Yes, what is it?
Ich lasse mir eine Stelle für eine mega Langwellen-Funkantenne einfallen. Ist eine weiße Probe, ja.
That's easy. Antennas are basically just tall things, right?
Wir könnten doch den Kirchturm dieser Kirche nutzen.
No, we could not. This church is made from wood. I'm not sure you understand how radios work.
Alles gut. So, dann reden wir noch mit ihm.
You got us in, cop. I can't believe you got us in.
Er sieht sich im Saal um und begutachtet die Holzarbeiten.
With wonder in his sharp eyes.
Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority. But you really came through for the hardcore underground.
Yes, you really came through for the hardcore underground. How come?
Andre is busy cutting some slightly less lame, but still quite ungainly shapes on the church floor, sweating profusely. Estelle using her contact mic to listen to a tree underwater. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat, while the stained glass window behind him is rattling from the bass.
Diese Kids haben Elan, das bewundere ich.
Okay.
Der Lieutenant hält es kurz und bündig.
What he means is, you can't possibly have handed them this real estate for such a flimsy reason. Then again, whatever keeps your nose out of the bottle and on the job.
Wow. Neut, wie findest du die Kirche?
It's a miracle of carpentry. Dead bodies carved into total shapes. Now it can be something more.
Er reibt sich die Hände. Das sagst du als Tischler?
I don't say much anything as a carpenter anymore. They tried to make me into a reckoner and a leveler. Made me a bit manic, you know. I regret the time I dedicated to that profession and that worker collective. I say things more as a member of the hardcore side dance community these days.
Willst du mich nicht fragen, woher ich das wusste?
Why? You're a cop. I carry carpentry tools.
Ah, okay. Was glaubst du, wie alt die Kirche ist? Älter als 300 Jahre?
That's right. The first settlers built it, plus 6 more like it, on the coast here. Was one of the first things they did. Must have been really scared of something, but I understand. Alone on an uninhabited archipelago, forced to face themselves and nature. Pre-industrial quantities of solitude, the sea, perhaps something more fundamental.
He means something paranatural. He must...
I would want to build a safe place for myself and my own as well.
Seine Stimme hallt durch das hölzerne Kirchenschiff. Etwas Fundamentaleres? Meinst du die Klanganomalie?
Maybe. Maybe they were unable to face the nature of the world, perishing.
In welchem Stil ist diese Kirche erbaut?
A cop who's into building critique. Okay then, this is folk DeLoreanism. Lawmonger, huh? It's a subset of early DeLorean architecture.
Okay, und wie sieht doloresianische Architektur aus?
Total. Everything between an ancient concrete cathedral and a glass cube is DeLoreanism. This is just an homespun version of it. Folksy stuff. Early mass production. They made thousands like this. Does that help you out?
Wie würde ein doloresianisches Gebäude aussehen?
Like that woman there. Vertical, thin, white. A false image of grandeur. The source of the system is up there. You're at the bottom. They really dug that power vertical. Like to show off large and intricate structures. Arches, spires. Put you down with them. They were really into painting everything white too. Virginal shit, you know. Married shit. Virtue and tyranny.
Soweit ich das beurteilen kann, ist die Kirche nicht weiß angestrichen.
Stands to reason it used to be white on the outside. Before the sea wind took all the paint off.
Was meinst du mit toten Körpern?
Dead bodies of perennial plants. Sigma functions have left this place. It's a good thing we came along. The spiritual collapse has been total.
Spiritueller Kollaps?
I saw some piglets suckling their dead mother. Have you heard this one, cop man? After a short while, they shuddered and went away. They had sensed that she could no longer see them, and that she wasn't like them anymore. What they loved in their mother weren't her body, but whatever it was that made her body live. End of quote. This is an high-quality carcass. The power of anodic beats and hard bass is needed to reanimate it.
Erstmal, von wem stammt das Zitat?
A Sarais man who lived a long time ago. An ancient hardcore brother.
Willst du sagen, dass du kein großer Fan des Systems der Schuldreinheit bist?
A 3,000-year-old tyrannical regime of history. Built and maintained by hundreds of generations of self-appointed intellectuals. It's false core. Aber ihr habt doch gesagt, dass es den Ekklesiasten um Liebe ging, dass sie Hardcore waren. Erinnerst du dich? I only said unity. One word. Figures of authority always misquote you.
Er zeigt auf seine Freunde.
Andre doesn't care about the Ecclesiastes. He just wants the operation to run smoothly. And Egg is a demi-beast. You shouldn't listen to what people say. You should listen to what they are.
Ich habe sogar zugestimmt, dass die Ekklesiasten nichts dagegen hätten.
But were you wrong? The founding party is okay with everything. Look around. They don't have enough love for the human crew to oppose anything anymore. We're on our own.
That's still a lie. Reassert yourself.
Das wäre nicht cool. Ich will cool sein.
Mewling wimp. Pathetic.
Halt die Fresse. Und du glaubst, dass Dance-Musik dieses System ersetzen wird?
Anodic dance music. Regular dance music wasn't hard enough. And yes, I do.
You know what this kind of stuff goes well with.
Muss man dafür nicht auf Drogen sein?
Only a little.
Cool.
It's a necessity. All large human gatherings are narcotic. It's just the way of the spinal cord.
There is a difference between narcotics and group elation. One kills you, the other does not.
The supercharged humanism that the innocentic system has been feeding us on giant city squares, that's not a drug. The sugar and wheat it feeds us is healthy.
Forget it. It would become an imbecilic discussion. You two continue. It's more hardcore that way.
Oh je. Wie gefällt dir denn die Glasarbeit?
I don't. Fucker giving me the evil eye.
Oh. Ja, ich bin mir da auch nicht so ganz sicher mit diesem Schuldreihen-System, keine Ahnung. Ihr wolltet in die Kirche rein und jetzt gefällt dir das Buntglasfenster nicht.
I didn't know it was in here. We have to get rid of it. Dismantle it. Can't dance with a giant mass murderer looking at ya. Not a good look for the club.
Mellow, man, mellow. No one's a mass murderer. This is a house of love. Mass murder on the floor.